Hello, welcome to the Occupied Hexcast. My name is Andrew Orvidal. Tonight we're going to be playing part 2 of my game, Duster. This is a game that's on Kickstarter right now. I'll put the link in the chat if you want to check it out. That Kickstarter is already backed, so if you're interested in the game and want to get it, you will get a copy if you back that Kickstarter. So yeah, without any further ado, I did want to thank Harlan Kelly and Jeff Tice for those art assets up top. Jeff Tice did the art, and Harlan Kelly made him move a little and put that music to them. I love them; they're great. Thank you both for making those. And yeah, let's bring back our players, and then we'll recap the adventure and get right back into it. Coming back as his character Smudge, please welcome back Will Weldon. Welcome back, Will, aka Smudge. Just to recap Smudge's Part 1 adventure, you arrived in the town of Nuevas, where a showdown was imminent between a man named Cottonwood and a woman named Vess. And then you kind of, I don't want to say promptly, but pretty quickly mouthed off in a bar and got challenged to your own showdown with a woman named Kelty, who is a gunslinger. And the only problem with that is you are not a gunslinger. You don't even have a gun. So it remains to be seen what will happen to you. But luckily, you're not alone. You have like a partner in crime, a partner in getting into trouble, playing Abilene Scrunt. Please welcome back Eliza Skinner.
I just want to note that Will and I did not plan, discuss, or expect that we're both wearing our hair the same way.
Perfect. I appreciate it. Thank you.
We're all just that lucky.
I've got some yapping huskies over here. Sorry, yapping
what else
husky.
Is new?
Yeah. I just want to be part of the show. Cool. So Abilene Scrunt is a crafts woman, a Blackfinger, somebody who makes explosives and has a few tricks up her sleeve, which she showed us. She was tossing some black powder around and stuff. And where we left off in part 1's adventure, Smudge was challenged to the showdown the next day at high noon out in the street, and we kind of faded out on you two in an alley at night, kind of going over your options of what to do here, because Smudge is not a gunslinger. I believe Smudge prefers knives. He has a machete and some throwing knives. That's his stock and trade. So there was some debate over just running off in the night, although culturally that could kind of be a bad move, as these showdowns are very lucrative for the towns that they're in. There's a lot of betting that takes place around them, and it's almost seen as like a type of entertainment event. So ducking out has its own risk. Yeah, exactly. It's like our version of Ultimate Fighting Championship. Maybe even, more more palatable in a way. I feel like I'd rather watch two people quick draw in the street than
the death is on the scene, not like years later.
Yeah, exactly. You just resolve it right here in the street. Talking
about brain injuries.
Yeah,
it's a fun time.
I got it. Okay. It's all part of the fun here in this we're talking about a future dystopia, not the modern one. Right? Yeah, that's totally different dystopias. But yeah, we kind of faded out. You two had not landed on a plan, but you threw plenty of them forward. So yeah, well, let's just fade right back in. It's nighttime. You're kind of tucked away in this alley. Also, word has kind of spread through town of the showdown and of you. Abilene made up names for you, Flash Jack and Flash Jane, right. I believe.
Yeah, Abilene's mostly really regretting the name.
Well, it is spread.
Anything.
It is spread throughout the town, and this showdown, the other showdown that was brewing, the kind of I don't know if we'd call it the top build showdown. The second participant, Vess, has not arrived yet. She's coming in by train, and she has not arrived yet. So, in the meantime, people are licking their chops over this showdown. So yeah, let's fade right back in. Y'all are in this alley. It's early evening. It's dark out. You're kind of in the shadows having this talk. I apologize for this dog. She's going away.
Oh God.
Sounds threatening.
Very ominous. All right, so I got some of your bullets.
Yep.
That I'm gonna see what I can do with, and I got a bunch of orders for tomorrow. I got to make those, and then we're gonna get out of town, right?
Were we gonna get out of town, or were you gonna smash my hand?
Yeah, I was gonna smash your hand with a hammer, so then you can't fight.
Yeah, you were gonna smash my hand. Yeah,
and we're gonna say a drifter did it.
Yeah, I was just assaulted in the middle. Yeah, I was assaulted in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I can even offer a bounty for whoever did it.
It's good.
Sell it. The old OJ, we call it here in the new Old West.
Maybe there's somebody who got away with that better. Maybe.
What? Offering a bounty on the person who actually committed the crime that I'm pretending I didn't commit?
Maybe there's someone who more convincingly pulled that off. I don't know. Okay.
The old Jean Bonnet family? No.
Well, when are we gonna do? We should probably do it when it's like at its darkest.
What? Smashing your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Spend as much time with your hand as you want. Say any last words you have. I've got to make these.
Abilene is so into smashing this hand. If you missed part 1 or you forgot, Abilene said she was going to smash Smudge's hand regardless if he showed up to the showdown.
It's the perfect answer.
This was not my idea.
And you're welcome.
Wait,
otherwise you'd be getting murdered by this woman.
What's demon spur again, Andrew?
It's like a suggestive poison. It makes people suggestible to things.
Oh,
but if somebody takes too much, it gives them like a psychotic break.
Okay. Yeah, because
so like any drug.
Yeah, Alex Barenson here. The other thing,
McGruff.
The other thing we could do is give me a ton of demon spur, and act like I'm having a psychotic breakdown. I am immune to the effects of demon spur. It kind of seems like you're settled in on this smashing my hand.
I mean, it just seems like it's clean. It gets us done. You don't have to do any acting.
I mean, we're gonna have to do acting when I'm gonna have to act like someone else smashed my hand.
Your hand will be smashed, though. If we do this demon spur thing, what are you gonna drink demon spur in front? Like, why does it even matter that you're immune to it?
Because I can take a whole bunch and then pretend like I've gone nuts.
Yeah, but someone could just pretend that they've taken some and have not.
Now, this way they'd smell it on my breath, I'm assuming.
Just asterisks. It's not something necessarily you drink. It's like a paste. It's kind of this like gritty
so it's ivermectin?
paste. That's what you... Yep, it's still kicking around. One thing that survived the apocalypse, ivermectin. No, it comes out of these burrs. It grows on these very innocuous looking bushy shrubs and these burrs
that as they get older, they become less funny and more like just angry.
I feel like you're setting up Will to do his impression, and it's not going to happen on this stream.
Of the burrs? I don't know what that is.
Of myself?
I don't know. I feel like that's like it's an amateur's grip.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's wait until it's at its darkest, and then you can smash my hand, and come morning we'll smash my right hand though, because I'm left-handed. So
okay,
yeah,
I can do that. And I gotta make these explodey bolts.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna sit around and just sort of stare lovingly at my right hand, thinking about what's coming.
And I'm gonna do my explodey bolts.
Great. So to craft,
Can I get a 1 minute break real quick?
yeah, of course.
I'm so sorry.
No,
Hold on
it's fine.
1 second.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
No worries.
Ooh.
It'll give Smudge a little extra time to consider. Oh, hello, Boo. Smudge to get a little right hand time.
Yeah, makes it sound like I'm gonna be jacking off, but I'm not.
Yeah. Oh, it's right hand time. And just to bring everyone up to speed who's watching while we have this little break. Yeah, so as I said, these showdowns are like a big deal. There's a lot of betting that goes on around them. It's when you're challenged to a showdown, you're sort of considered untouchable. Like people will not mess with you because the consequences of that are pretty serious in their own right. Because you're messing with people's gambling operation. It'd be like if there was a huge UFC title fight and you went and broke Conor McGregor's hand like in a parking garage. You'd probably have somebody, I don't know, you'd probably get in trouble.
I mean, unless you are Conor McGregor, dude,
Yeah.
in which case you'll get a slap on the wrist for it.
But it is yeah, it's something that would get you in trouble. So yeah, these two are going to smash Smudge's hand to get him out of the showdown and pin it on a phantom in the night.
Yeah, I did not really did not. I'm about as poorly constructed for a showdown as possible.
Yeah, and also for those of you watching, a showdown is a quick draw contest, and it's pretty high stakes in the game. In that if you lose the quick draw contest and the dice go against you and you get shot in the head, that's it for you. You're dead. You get shot anywhere else, you just take broken damage, which is also pretty serious and really like affects
Okay, I'm sorry,
you
I'm
in
back.
the game play. No worries, just bringing people up to speed on showdowns and the like. So you said you wanted to get to crafting your bullets, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
to do that, you're going to need a workbench. There are workbenches, set up about. It's like I said, it's a bustling time here in the town of Nuevas. It's like
This feels like I'm gonna have to
almost like
talk to
festival
somebody.
vibe. You don't even need to roll to find a workbench. Kind of like out of the way, off the main street, behind some buildings. There are some tents with like benches and like a barrel fire in the middle. And there's a pretty old timer on a workbench, and he's kind of like inspecting some horseshoes, and he has like a little square hammer that every now and then he kind of like will reshape one, and it looks like he's kind of just doing a little late night busy work. It's not actually late night. It's not even midnight yet.
That I can use. Oh, so I need to ask him for use. Before I ask him for use, is there anybody around here just doing like art, just doing like etchings, drawings, something like that?
Oh, it's an interesting question.
I mean, there's a lot of like tradespeople, right?
Yeah. Hey, just for fun. Yeah, give me a focus roll. See what you see.
Wait, where's focus? Okay, sorry. Ooh, 4.
That means I roll the fate dice, which is in many ways just a coin flip. Sure, just for fun, because I want to see what you have up your sleeve. There is a woman near the saloon, which is called the Iron Shoe, and she's doing like likenesses of people with charcoal on like thin cloth. not caricatures, which you might immediately think of, but like renderings of people.
Are they good?
And let's see if they're good or not. They're okay. Like it's very rare this is like an extravagance to trade survive goods that you would need to survive for something like this. Would only happen either because somebody was wasted or they were just wet, which is the term for rich. Like they would just be in a position where they wanted this as like to see this of themselves. So they're decent, yeah, but they're not amazing. It's not like whoa, but you can see the likenesses of them.
Is she busy?
She's just finishing up. She's drawing a very pot-bellied man with like a very floppy wide hat. And he has like a kind of a dirty matted beard, and she's just kind of like being kind of kind as she's like finishing it up, and he has like a pretty put together beard. And then she like takes the cloth off of the sort of, there's just kind of like a warped square of metal that she kind of drapes it over, and she like takes it off and like hands it to them, and there's a little discussion, and the guy walks off very pleased with that he's holding it up.
I want to ask her how much it would cost to get a likeness of me that says Flash Jane's Big Bang Bullets. Big Bang Bolts.
Oh, so like not only a likeness of you, but an ad.
Yeah, like a sign.
As such. Give me a persuasion roll.
And so this is all cloth. There's no paper?
There is paper to be found in this world, but she's doing this on cloth, like a thin cloth.
Oh wait, I rolled 2.
She has like a roll of it, and she cuts it off as she finishes each piece.
I got 2.
Cool. Yeah, she wants 3 slugs for it.
Okay.
3 bullets.
I got another question. What about for a real small likeness of that guy over there? And I point to closest dude.
Not Smudge, just a random dude.
Not Smudge. Just like I'm making like an 8x10 kind of with my hand. So like it's about this big of that guy over there. How much did that cost me? Doesn't have to be good.
2 slugs?
Got a deal. I will be back. How long will it take me to make these special bolts?
I think it's pretty fast. Let me consult the book that is about to be a book.
The book that is about to be a book.
I'll be so happy when it's a book, when I can actually run it with a physical book, how I prefer. I can't stand PDFs.
I'll just be excited for the piles and piles of it behind you.
That's the magic thing about Kickstarter. There'll only be piles of it behind me for a very brief window before they go into the mail and fly off to their homes. Instead of the other method of, I printed up 500 and 14 of my friends promised me they'd get one.
Oh, I wasn't picturing any of our comedy albums situation.
Yes, you got it. It takes you 1 hour to make.
Okay, I'll be back in an hour, art lady. Is that good?
Yeah, she's kind of like this guy. There's like this guy. He's a little like wobbly on his feet. He just was kind of like saw that you were pointing at. He's just kind of standing there, like in the road, watching you, kind of like curiously. And the woman's like, "Do you want to bring him over so I can render him?"
No. I'm into like a slice of life thing. I just want, face in the crowd. That's what I like to get in places that I go to remember it. I can add my own memories of the people that I know. It's all the people that I don't know, but they were there,
Yeah, she finds that like really, you're really, you seem to understand what she does better than most.
I get you,
like,
girl. I get you.
All right. I do need the payment up front.
The whole payment? I'll give you one, and then I'll give you the other one when you're done. That seems fair for both of us, right?
Give me another persuasion roll.
3. I don't add anything, right? No.
3. She seems unsold on this. She's like, I don't even think you know that fella.
I don't. I just told you. That's the whole point. I don't want a picture of someone that I know.
So I rendered that fella, and then if you don't come back, I did. Look at him. He's not going to pay.
No, why would anyone else pay? I'm the only person who would want this. But if I give you all the payment and then you don't, what if you just pack up all your stuff and you leave?
She's like, what are you talking? I've been here all day. I'm not going anywhere.
How far away is this workbench I'm working at?
2
Can
minutes.
I see her?
You would not be able to maintain eye contact with her, but she'd be not far.
I'll hang around.
Okay, fine.
I'm just gonna sit there and stare at this woman while she does her charcoal rendering on a tiny piece of cloth.
Play
I sit down and put my boots up.
Play it
Perfect.
cool. And I'll give her 2 bolts. And I'm gonna go make my whiz bang bolts.
It's 2 slugs, so if you wanted to pay her...
Sorry, slugs. What are bolts? Damn it.
Bolts are the money. Slugs are also money.
And
If you need 2 slugs, you can just have 2 of my slugs. I have 5.
You gave me, I think, 3, right?
Oh, okay.
I like that you're kind of like bringing back caricatures on the pier. I love it.
Yeah, did you get that guy in a pair of roller skates?
But draw him funny. And you just get immediately killed by some lunatic drifter.
I'm gonna pay. I'll pay her the 2 slugs.
Great. Well, that's all she wants. So you're paying her everything up front.
Yeah, but Smudge is gonna keep an eye. But I'd also like to lean over to Smudge on the way out, and like if she gets done before I come back, just compliment her on the painting and tell her that you like that it's kind of a slice of life, and that people would probably pay a lot for these things in general.
You got it.
Great.
Now I want to go make my slugs.
Great. Yeah, there's that old timer at his workbench. He sees you walk up and he's kind of wipes the sweat off of his forehead.
Hey, you got room for one more at your bench?
Oh, yeah. What are you making?
I'm making my special style of slugs.
Oh yeah, he kind of frowns a little. He's like, "You a Blackfinger of some sort?"
You tell me, huh? I am. Yeah, I'm making fiery bullets.
You're not gonna set my whole tent on fire, are you?
I sure hope not. Then I'd be on fire. then how would I sell them?
Give me a persuasion roll, because if you fail this crafting project, making incendiary bullets, you will set everything around you on fire.
Ooh, I got a 4.
All right, so I roll mine. Cool. Yeah, he's kind of frowning, and he's like, "All right, you can use it. How about you give me 2 out of 5 you make?"
2 out of the first 5 I make? Sure.
2 out of the first 5, 1 out of the next 5.
That sounds like 3, and we agreed to 2.
He's like, "Well, there won't be any without my bench."
That's true. I mean, I was counting on all those slugs to sell for my baby.
Give me a deception roll.
You don't know. How you know it's deception?
Because you would.
Oh, I got a 6.
You're just not mentioning it. But you're right. Some people, they drop that shit on you way late in the friendship. So if you rolled a 6, you actually add 1, which is 7. That's a great roll. This old timer will soften up, and I'll be like, "All right, I get it. You got the little one around? Where did you leave it?"
Oh, it's still in me.
Oh, right. All All right, well, be careful making them flaming bullets. I've seen a whole tent go up.
Well,
Folks running around on fire.
I will be. I mean, believe me, you can see how important it is to me. If I can't make these bullets and sell them, well, I may as well be dead.
Yeah, all right. How about just 2 out of the first 5? We'll call it square.
It's kicking. Sure. 2. You can have 2.
All right. Well, I'll just be around the corner. I'm gonna go get a drink. If you do set yourself on fire, there's a horse trough full of orange water right around this corner over here.
Orange water,
Thanks.
flavored.
Probably means radioactive.
I think we all know it means oranges in the fruit.
Yeah, we've all been to spas.
It means Fanta. In the future, the horses get orange
They
Fanta.
slice the oranges and they put them in the water.
You set yourself on fire. There's a pitcher of cucumber water over front of that fancy breakfast place.
Just push aside the chimes on the water feature. Yeah. So great. I want to start making these.
Great.
Bullets.
All right. So to make these bullets, we'll go through the crafting system here. You're gonna make a technology roll.
Okay. Oh, so that's blacked out for me. So I rolled 2 and picked the best. Correct.
Yeah, you do. And if you have
I
any
do.
modifier in mental, you would add that too.
Ooh, so I got a 5.
Great. So that's a success. And go ahead and make a memory roll.
Memory. Okay.
I'm trying to make myself
Ooh,
real.
I got a 5 in that too.
Great. Cool. So this is going to take you an hour, and you can do up to 10. So how many slugs do you have?
How many slugs do I have?
Yeah. Or wait, you're going to make them from scratch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, it'll take you can make 10, and it'll take you 1 hour. Okay.
Okay.
Great. So you're at work, tinkering away, working on your incendiary bullets. It's going to consume scrap metal, 1 pinch of black powder, and 1 pinch of gray powder for each slug. And cool. So we'll go back across the street to where Smudge is sitting, and this woman is kind of using charcoal to sketch this guy who's drunk in the street. And this guy in the street just kind of gets bored of like this curious scene, and he turns and he starts ambling away. And the woman is like, Can I go
grab him? I go over and just tap him on the shoulder, and I just say something like, "I wouldn't go nowhere, fella. Not yet."
He kind of like bristles. He's like, "Oh, don't you touch me! Don't you touch me!" You can smell he's definitely been drinking. He's got the stink of fire water kind of rolling off of him.
Buddy, I'm in a showdown tomorrow, so you better think twice about not listening to my instructions.
He kind of like peers at you as if he needs glasses, and he's like, "Oh, right, yeah. What's your name? Flash Jam.
Flash Jack. Now get your ass back where you were standing.
Flash Jack. Yeah, that's right. All right. Hey, say, what you think? You think you're gonna pull it off tomorrow?"
No, I think I'm gonna die. Yeah, of course I think I'm gonna pull it off.
Yeah. And he's kind of looking around. He has a gun on his thigh, and he's kind of like looking to see your gun, and like not seeing. He's like, where you got your iron hold up?
Buddy, all you suckers just walking around letting everybody know what kind of iron you got. My friend, no way. Not this guy.
Yeah, tells folks not to fuck with you.
No,
What?
nothing tells them not to fuck with you like these. And I'm pointing at my eyes and just staring at him.
He's like, what? What are you gonna do with that? Look cross at somebody? Hell. All right, friend. You think You think you're gonna shoot old Kilty down?
I just stare at him. I just make use of my greatest asset.
Give me a persuasion roll for your smoldering stare.
Oh, I got a 6.
Great. He kind of nods. He just like absorbs the stare, and he's like, "All right, I'm betting on you. I'm betting on you." All right. And he will stand there and behave until the woman has like rendered him, and she kind of calls you both over to see it. And there's just kind of, it's almost like a silhouette of a guy with his arms kind of out
Wow.
at his side.
You know, if this were a size of life, it would be quite the slice. Let me tell you what. I'm just trying to remember what I was told to say. Oh, a fancy thing and real authentic, yet also abstract. Really makes you think. Ain't that what good charcoal sketching's meant to do? Make you think.
This drunk fella's like, hey, is that me? That was me just standing there?
Yeah, how much would you pay? It's not for sale. How much would you pay for something?
No,
like that?
yeah, I'll take it.
No,
I'll
no,
take
no.
it.
No, it's been paid for.
Well, what do you mean it's been paid for? I could pay for it too.
No, it's been and I'm trying to like get Abilene's attention.
You're kind of in the main drag, and she's kind of across the road and behind a row of buildings.
All right,
So
I'm just
not far.
gonna take the thing and bring it over to her.
The rendering?
Yeah.
Cool. This drunk will kind of totter along behind you, kind of like begging for it a bit until he gets the drift that you're not going to give it to him, and he walks off. And yeah, you can get back there just as Abilene is finishing up her work.
Oh, here you go, all done.
Oh, I wanted to get her to write something on it. Do I have any charcoal here?
Oh, there's certainly some little bits around. There's fires, it wouldn't be hard to find it. I won't make you roll for it. Sure.
Okay, I want to grab some, and I can write, right?
Yeah, it's kind of up to the characters, like how
Yeah.
literate they are.
I don't mind spelling this wrong, but I want to write
Yeah.
at the top of it, wanted, and then at the bottom, Flash Jack.
Cool. So it says wanted Flash Jack on it.
Yeah, and I want to roll it up, secret it away in my bag.
Cool.
Now I'm not going to ask about this one.
We got to leave something behind when we leave. Nobody remembers anything.
All right, I don't know why we would want to leave a remembrance of my skipping town before showdown, but
they're going to be looking for you, and they're going to remember your name. Nobody remembers a face.
I see. Right. Well, that fella did bother me, so I don't mind getting him killed none.
Yeah, it's his problem. He can try to talk him out of it. I'm sure he's got some sort of identification or other people who know him, but by the time they figure all that out, they'll have long forgotten us.
You hear some footsteps in the dirt, and that old timer comes walking back, and he's got the smile of a person that's had a drink or two, and he takes you in. He's like, "Well, how was the work?"
It was good. I got my bullets finished. How was the break?
Oh, it was fine. Thank you very much. I'll take those two slugs as we agreed.
Okay. I'll give him 2 of my slugs.
And he looks at you, Smudge, and he's like, "Hey, you're that fella shooting tomorrow, ain't you?"
I try to give him the eyes again.
What is the goal of the eyes? Just so I know.
Just to intimidate him, get him to look away.
Oh, okay.
Well, I rolled a 1 on that one.
Cool. So
I got
that's a
caught.
0.
Yeah.
This is not
Yeah, you're kind of just staring at him, and he kind of just like chuckles, like somebody who's old enough. He doesn't care if you shot him dead right here behind this place, and he's like, yeah, that is you. No offense, son, but I never heard of you before. I don't know every slinger around, but ain't never heard of no flashjack around these parts.
And I ain't never heard of you, buddy.
Well, that's to be expected. I'm back here bending horseshoes all day. Nobody gives a shit about old Russ.
Abilene,
Look at these horseshoes you've been bending. These are fine work. I've never seen horseshoes like this.
If I'd known people were going to be so annoying about recognizing me from the showdown, I never would have gotten involved in one.
He's like, that's
a funny
thing.
It was you getting yourself involved. This is all your own fault. You're welcome for getting you out of it.
Getting out of it?
Yeah, she's making me some bullets.
Around the block.
She's making me some bullets. Make sure when I hit, I don't, only do some flesh wound or nothing.
Give me a deception roll.
I rolled a 6, so kiss my ass.
So that means a 7, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Loser, Andrew.
Wow. Unnecessary. Harsh.
I love Will's antagonistic relationship with the game master. He's kind of just scratches his head. He's like, all right, well, I hope you know what you're doing, son. If you need any help, I might know somebody that could help you out.
What?
With what?
What do you mean help? What kind of help would someone have to offer in a situation like this?
The old timer kind of looks around to see like who might be around, and it's all dark back here. There's nobody about. It's just you three, and he kind of like leans in and he's like, I'm talking about maybe a bit of an unnatural advantage.
Why are you being coy about this? Just say what you mean, man.
Well,
yeah, it's not like we're talking to anybody, so your secret's safe with us if we don't.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, you getting in close and whispering and looking around is only drawing more attention than if you just talk like a normal human being. Like,
what is he up to? I want to know.
He's like, we're in the shadows here. Nobody can see. But
then why are you whispering?
Y'all know how angry people get when you mess with a showdown, when you start tinkering with such. But as it is, I know a witch lives up in the hills behind this town. For a price, they might be able to, I don't know, pull some witchery off on you.
All right. Well, now, unfortunately, in the interest of exploring the mechanics of the game, yes, I am interested in going.
Oh, no, Smudge, we got a great plan here. What are you doing?
As soon as I hear the words, I'll help you win a showdown by visiting a witch who lives up on a hill. I'm afraid you breaking my hand, it becomes plan B.
Well, wait a minute. And I dig in my pack and I pull out my necklace of wooden beads inscribed with runes. That I was given when my character was created, and go, we already got a witch. Here you go. Ting tang, ting tang, ting tang. There you go.
No, I don't feel no different.
Well,
ting tang, ting,
it takes a long time.
Ting tang.
It takes a long time for it to take work.
Oh, no, don't.
Why do I keep having to clean up these messes, Smudge? Come on.
No. I'm going to this witch. I gotta tell you.
My baby can't make the journey.
The old timer kind of throws up his hands innocently, and he's like, "Hey, y'all do what you like, but if you want this person's name is Tarsig, and they live in a bit of a cave up in those hills." And
I want to know your name, old timer.
I told you my name is Russ. He points to the hills, which are kind of darker black against the night sky up there, and he's like, you walk about 3 hills in and just get real quiet. You'll probably hear him singing or chanting or something.
Wait, what was his name?
His name
Tarsig.
is Russ.
Tarsig.
Tarsig is the witch. Well, look, if we're going to do all this, I need to eat something. Let's look around at all these tents and stalls, see if anybody's got any food.
All right.
Yeah, I got some.
I don't want your
some
food, Russ. You make horseshoes. This is a festival. I'm trying to see what people are making out here.
Yeah, if you make good horseshoes, what are the odds you also make good food?
I mean,
Daryl?
thank you. I appreciate your kindness. This
is a world of
awful nice of
specialization.
But it's not every day that you come upon so many folks from so many different areas showing their wares. I'm interested in the food stalls. There's got to be food stalls, right?
Yeah, there are people. Yeah, you've smelled it all over town. Roasting meat over fire. Yeah, for sure. Folks that have hunted out on the plains have brought in animals. So yeah, you don't even need to roll.
In anything roasting over a fire that doesn't have a hand.
Yeah, there's kind of your choice. There's yote, which is coyote. There's like wild hog meat. There's deer meat. There's rabbit. There's lizard. There's definitely a much better selection than there would be
just
average.
Like bowls of good stuff. We got any hand pies? Anything?
Can I get that as a wrap?
I hate you both.
Hey, this is what I'm interested when I'm someplace. I want the food trucks.
It's the apocalypse, and I'm giving you the best stuff. There's like root. You can get this is what you can get in like a hubcap. You can get kind of like a hash of meats and like roasted yucca root, and some wild potatoes and wild onions. It's a very fragrant, savory hash.
I want the cheapest mush I can find.
Yeah, there's just like, jerked meat. That's what you would eat on your day-to-day anyway. That would be the cheapest thing.
All right.
And you all have
with roasted
rations.
Root?
So this is just if you want to
I'll just eat
go
my
above
own
and
rations,
beyond.
then.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'm not putting y'all in the survival grinder. This is a two-shot. I'm not going to be like,
hubcap?
you forgot to eat. Yours fucked.
What kind of meat is in the hubcap?
What a sentence. What kind of meat is in the hubcap? It is that wild hog.
Ooh, so
it's like
pork.
chunks of this pork. Yeah.
Yes, I want that. Yes, thank you.
What kind of meat? Excuse me. What kind of meat is that? Is it in that hubcap? Excuse me. Do you have any vegan hubcaps? It's kind of what they're serving it in, and then you're supposed to give it back to them. You don't get the hubcap too.
Do they have souvenir hubcaps? Can I pay more? No, you know what? I don't need it. Never
mind. Cool. Yeah, I'll say. Again, this is a two-shot. I'm not sure. Just a few bolts. You get it for whatever. 4 bolts.
4 bolts is more than my art. This feels like a 1-bolt meal.
No, this is a good meal. This is you're getting
all right, I hold out 2 bolts to whoever's
they take it.
And I'm like, what can I get?
I'm not extending this into a 3-shot over the haggles of
what can I get for this?
This hash. Yeah, they give it to you.
Well, we could have kept it straight and easy, but somebody wanted to go visit the witch lake.
Well, it's so I've always been intrigued by the witch-like arts.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting on late toward low noon, which is midnight, and you hear like a bell kind of gong somewhere in the city to signify that. I'm ready to go if Abilene's ready to go.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. We head for the 3rd hill in the night.
Great. Yeah, as you're leaving through town, the hills are kind of to the north of the town, and as you're leaving, there's a guy lying on his bedroll, just in the glow of the town. And he's like, "Where are y'all going?"
Going to take a shit. What's it to you, friend?
He's like, "What the hell? You know, there's red cats up in those hills. Y'all be careful."
Red cats?
Yeah, red cats.
What do you mean red cats?
Yeah, can I do a memory check to see if I
You-
know what this thing probably everybody knows is?
Yeah, neither of you have to do a memory check because you would just be familiar with it. It's one of the more dangerous predators in the night in an area like this. It's basically a mountain lion. It is the descendant of our version of a mountain lion. They're just these ambush predators that live in hilly areas and will happily hunt and dine on people.
Buddy, I got a showdown in the morning. Red cats ain't my biggest concern at the moment.
He's like, "Oh yeah, you're that fella,
Yeah, I just need to go have a nervous shit in the woods.
Flash Jim."
Jack.
Yeah, okay, all right. Hey, I'm sorry I bothered you. All right.
Next fella lying down tries to interrupt me. I'm gonna give him a good kick in the head. Consequence free.
Great. So yeah, you can go in these hills. How are you gonna navigate through these?
I've got my machete on hand, and I'm going to use my intuition to navigate through these hills.
Oh. I was just curious. You don't have to. I just meant more narratively.
I guess we're walking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your only option.
I have a staff with an iron emblem I can use to help me walk.
Cool. What are you looking to the side for?
I don't know. I don't know what it's for, but I got it. So
Yeah, that was part of your starting equipment. You don't have to be embarrassed of your cool staff with an iron emblem on the top.
Yeah,
don't know, but I
real
would've-
cool staff, man. Way to go, Gandalf.
I didn't pick it.
Yeah, it can be used as a weapon. It helps you walk. Yeah.
Oh, careful, sir, or I'll give you a bonking. Now put your guns away.
You know what? I can push you over with this staff.
I'll give you a bonking. Yeah, you make it without incident. It is very quiet. There's just like chirruping insects, kind of. It's quite dark, but you can kind of travel into these low-lying hills without being ambushed by anything horrible, and you kind of reach this. It's almost kind of like a bowl amongst the hills where Russ told you to go, and it's quite dark, and you're kind of ringed on every side by the hills, and then you can just kind of see the stars up above you.
Do we see any like abode?
Give me a focus roll. You can both give me a focus roll.
Focus. I got 5.
I got an 8.
Great.
What? How? Wow.
I got a 6, and I have a +1.
Man.
So you
nice.
remember, yeah, you always add 1 when you roll a 6, and you always subtract 1 when you roll a 1. So Abilene, you can kind of hear like a voice, and Smudge, you can hear someone nearby kind of yelling like, "No, no, no," and it seems to be coming up the hill to your right.
All right, I give like the head nod to Abilene to go. Like we're gonna
What?
go to where the witch is.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I hear. I think
What's
I
wrong
hear.
with your neck?
Sorry, I was indicating we should go this way.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I know we didn't work out this this system of signals.
Yeah, I haven't known you that long, Smudge.
Right.
So, and then
I understand it is
him.
canon in this game that this is not commonly done to denote "let's go this way."
Oh, it's super common.
Yes,
I
it's
mean,
deep, it's
you
deep
gotta
in the
be.
Yes.
You got to travel silently so often.
People. Yeah, a lot of this means the jazz hands is stop.
This is stop.
Yeah. So I go towards where I hear this voice coming from.
I follow Smudge.
Cool. Yeah, you make your way up the rocky side of this hill, and as you reach about halfway, it wasn't visible from down below, but now that you're up kind of parallel to it, you can see there's an opening in the hill, and there's just the faintest kind of flickering glow coming out of it. And it's an opening that it looks like you'd probably have to stoop a bit to get into. It looks like it's maybe about 5 feet tall.
All right. I stoop on over to the door and like take a look inside the opening to see if I see anybody.
It kind of like twists. It looks like there's kind of like an angle.
Okay, I go in the
door,
opening.
but
You win.
You could
I
see.
won't be cautious.
No, I was describing it. You can see the shadow moving. You know that there's someone in here.
Yeah, I go.
And
I
you can
go
hear
in.
them yelling. Cool. Yeah. You go in, and right away, as you stoop in, there's kind of this like eye-watering, like pungent smell. And you kind of go around the crook in this like cave, and there's like a dome-shaped room, and there's like various plants kind of hanging dried from the ceiling. And it's very dim. There's just like collections of candles, and there's a person with their back to you, kind of like hunched and wearing this sort of like tattered, kind of dirty gray shawl, and they're kind of like clearly like this arguing, but there's no one else in the room. They're like, no, that is enough.
I knock on the wall and go, howdy there, fella.
You knock on the stone, and like the figure like whirls around, and you can't discern this person's gender. They have kind of this like shawl thing over their head, and their eyes are very sunken in and have this almost like silvery light to them. And like their nose, it looks like their nose has either been like burned or perhaps even like eaten the end of it.
They don't
off.
got a nose?
Yeah, they're like missing like a bit of the end of their nose. And
do they have syphilis? Is that what we're talking about
How
here?
How are you gonna tell?
Late stage syphilis.
Do you roll for syphilis?
Yes. Yeah. Can I intuition roll to see if this is the Nick situation?
I did know someone who worked at a STD clinic, and he said he could smell most STDs on people.
That's so gross. This without rolling.
Sorry.
Seems like it might be like fire or some kind of injury, like physical damage injury, not a rotting disease. Which
I'm sorry,
which isn't the game.
Will.
Which isn't the game. But
is he frozen?
No, he's just incredulous. No, he's frozen.
He's
frozen in the most Will face of all time.
That's perfect.
Well, we don't really need him to move. I mean, this is the face that he makes 98% of the time.
Well,
so
yeah, but he needs to.
If we could get his audio back, it would be great.
Yeah, it is like sort of his decision. This is his mission.
Yeah, and you know what? We're right at the perfect intermission time. We'll give Will a chance to come right back. We'll take a quick break, grab a beverage, use the restroom. We'll be right back with Will in about 3 minutes. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you want during the break, you can check out the Kickstarter for my game. You're probably already familiar with it if you're watching this, but if not, if you'd like to see the Kickstarter for this game, that'll be out in just a handful of months. I'll put it in the chat. Thank you all a bunch. And I'll bring back Eliza. Welcome back, Eliza. Oh! Hey, oh no.
What are you doing in my
house? Classic terrifying Zoom gag. Love it.
Thanks. Yeah, are we waiting for Will to get back on?
Will, his internet returned, and so he's getting back on his computer. He was going to use his phone. Now he's going back to the computer. And then we can get right back into this game. If anybody has any questions about the game, Hit me up.
I think. Oh, there's a question in the chat. What sides are there that come with the hubcap hash?
Oh, how did I miss that? I didn't see that.
It's there.
I mean, you could get any kind of like organ meats, like chicken heart, things
like
like
a skewer.
that. Yeah, skewered chicken heart. That would be a
very fancy
delicacy, right?
Yeah.
Any gross meat thing you want, it's gonna be in the game probably. Yeah, it'd be tough to be a vegetarian in this world, but at least in this
it's tough to
part
be
of
a
the world.
vegetarian in any world. There's so much judgment.
Yeah, well, you could be in Los Angeles, vegetarian paradise, right?
Yeah, but if you're a vegetarian and you don't believe in crystals,
that's true. I didn't think about that.
Still, so much judgment.
I didn't think about that.
Okay, I think Smudge is here.
Smudge, you back? Smudge?
He's saying here, yes. But we don't see him.
Oh, I got to put him in stream.
Jesus Christ.
Classic gag. I was literally just sitting here waiting to be able to hear you.
I mean, thank God for me. Otherwise, well, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would have sat here for literally 7 minutes.
What's that behind you on your corkboard, Will?
Skimming the book.
What's that behind you on your corkboard?
That's President Lyndon Johnson with a squid on his head.
Tight.
Yeah.
Duh. Come on. All right, let's get back into the game. Yes, you went into this witch-like's home in this cave, and they turned around. That's right when we took the intermission, and you saw their kind of gross face with the sunken silvery eyes and like the end of their nose missing, and they just kind of like stare at you. What's that?
Getting a lot of judgment from you right now for this witch-like.
I mean, I shouldn't have said gross.
Ugly. Yeah, I shouldn't have editorialized
like, Annie,
so much.
Are you okay?
No,
are you okay, Annie?
Yeah.
Because Michael Jackson didn't have the end of his nose either.
And they stare at you and they're like, who told you I was up here?
Russ told us. I poked my head around the door. It was Russ. We were sharing a workspace. He spoke very highly of you.
Russ thought maybe you could help me out with something.
Stupid Russ. Yeah, what can I help you out with?
Is there some way you could make it much more likely I would win the showdown I talked my way into accidentally tomorrow?
If not, it's fine. I'll smash his hand with the hammer.
Yeah, we have a plan B, but
this person kind of like comes over to you and they have this very like, it's like off-putting. It's not like gross and like the usual like, oh, this person's body is dirty in this world, but it's like it's a very unusual smell. It's like smells like plants that you've never smelled before.
Yeah, probably
and
most
they kind of
plants.
Cross closer to you and they're like, oh, folks in town don't want nobody messing with those.
I'm sorry, my cat is knocking everything
showdowns.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't.
Stop it.
I won't say nothing if you don't say nothing. And also, we've already been talking me up a whole lot in town. So these folks might be more upset when I don't put on much of a show tomorrow.
Give me a persuasion roll, and you can be keen in it, which means you roll twice and you take the better result.
I got a 6 again. I got a 2 and a 6. Boy, I really think it helps when you roll 2 dice instead of 1.
Oh yeah. That's why it's called advantage.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh?
Hey. Tarsig kind of rubs their hands together and nods, and it's like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care what they think of me anyway.
I like that attitude. That's a healthy attitude.
Come come in. Tell your little friend to come in.
All right. Come on in, little friend.
I'm the little friend.
Yeah, this person kind of guides you in a little bit, and then they stand in front of you and they're staring into your eyes, Smudge, with those like strange kind of silver tinted eyes, and they're just kind of like staring at you in a way that almost like they're looking through you. It's very, very disconcerting. And then they kind of like smile, but it's kind of like a sad smile, and they're like, yeah, when I look for you tomorrow night, I don't find you.
What is this chick? An HBO limited series? Oof.
I'm striking that from the record. I'm editing that out of the
So
YouTube
many
archive
sad
of this.
smiles. Okay, sorry. I know, anachronistic. Sorry.
Yeah, but they kind of like they just kind of give you this sad look, and they're like, I can help you. What will you give me in return for it?
I don't really have much to give.
It's always, what will you give me in return for it?
Yeah.
Not, how can I help the world?
You could give me a bunch of demon spur and be impressed by how it has no effect on me.
Okay, I'm going to take out my necklace of wooden beads and runes again and offer it to her. And say, does this mean something to you?
Yeah, are you looking for like monetary? Is this a monetary thing you're looking for? Are you looking for like emotional attachment? I'm unclear on how best to pay someone who dwells in the area that you dwell in.
And again,
I'm talking about saving your life. Is that hard to figure what that's worth to you?
I mean,
what is this? Does this mean anything to you? And I offer the beads with the runes.
Yeah.
I hate to part with it. It's spiritually so important to me.
Abilene, no, that is.
I know.
This person like
that's been passed down.
Plucks it out of your hand and seems actually very interested in it, and they're like, "Where did you come by this?"
It was in a pack given to me when I started a game. No, okay.
I'll roll the 5 on table 3.
I fell asleep at an encampment, and when I woke up, it was in my pack. Seemed to have the smell of my long lost grandmother, and it knew my name.
I'll take this. There's something else I want too.
I'm very much not interested in women, but thank you so much.
And again, this person, you can't tell this person's
okay.
gender.
I'm very much not interested in witch likes, but thank you very much. I am in a committed relationship.
That's not what I want.
I mean, hell, I'll do it. I really don't care one way.
That's also that's not what I want. That's not what I want. What I want. Hear
Are
me
you
out.
sure? I'll put the effort in it. I won't just lay there.
That's not what I want.
He's
when
an
I tell you what
honest worker,
I want,
I can tell you.
Hey,
I
know, work is work. I don't care what kind of labor you do.
There's. It's just so tempted to have you give me a persuasion roll for your labor fucking of this cave witch.
Do that.
But I'm not going to. This witch like looks between you, and they're like, the other thing I want ain't so easy. There's a child down in that town, and the parents treat it like an animal. They hit it. They They oftentimes don't even feed it. I want you to bring me that child,
Uh,
and I'm
Can
gonna
I-
leave,
Tarsig, we
and I'm
are.
gonna leave with it.
this
Erase
is
it as my own.
this is a big ask, Tarsig.
Yeah, Tarsig. I mean, I understand your feelings and impetus, and I agree with them. But this is but a 2-shot.
Yeah, can I? Yeah, Tarsig, we got 40 minutes.
We still have 40 minutes of game time left.
Yeah, but it takes a
This is a
while to
perfectly
do what you're asking.
acceptable ask.
Are you gonna witch us to that house? Because if you are, then okay, maybe we could talk about it.
Can I use
We
my
gotta walk all the way
intuition?
back there.
Can I use my intuition to see if this claim is on the level that the child is actually being heard?
Yeah. What if it's a baby eater?
Sure, you can both do it.
Yeah, what if we've got the double V witch situation on our hands?
And if that's what you want, give me back my runes.
Oh,
I want both.
I guess. Well, can you throw in a gun for me then? Because I also don't got no gun. Is problem number one. Or unless you put a curse on, unless you like, if you have this lady I was supposed to show down with die in her sleep, that's fine too. And then you don't got no gun. But if you are going to grant me the ability to win in this showdown, I would also like to negotiate in here. You give me a gun to use, but I rolled a 3 on my intuition. So
I want to know what you know of this child and how you know about it.
I go down to town, trade at times. I know what goes on down in that.
Why
Down in
can't
that
you
place.
magic it away from them?
I suppose I could do it myself, but I'm asking y'all to do it.
look, I mean, I'll go do it. Truly, look,
The father's a drunk animal who's always ready to explode on anyone who comes close.
That's what she said.
Is there you got more information? Like, is he likely to be home? Are these? Are you going to be merciful and have these parents be derelict, and we can just walk into this place and take this kid with us? Or are they probably going to be home when we?
Yeah, can you enchant them or something?
They live in a shack
Okay.
on
Now
the
I feel
west side
sad
of
for the
town.
whole socioeconomic situation.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Fine.
I'll tell you this: when you're in town, find a chicken and put that chicken in the doorway, and they'll leave. I think they'll leave that baby behind.
Put a chicken in the doorway.
Hey, so
Put a
if
chicken
that's
inside.
Outside, and they'll leave with it. Okay.
Can I suggest if you can enchant this chicken with that amount, could you perhaps enchant it to get the parents to ignore the child altogether and the child to walk up here on its own volition and then bing bang boom?
Yeah, how
You're
old is this
good.
child?
It's just a babe.
Oh,
They can't walk up here.
oh, all right. Well,
Okay, well, never mind. I was trying.
yeah, no, I appreciate the effort put in.
Look, I want to pull Smudge aside and be like, look, I want to help this kid. This seems like a very sad situation. We have no way of knowing if this person would treat the child any better or why it really wants. I don't see it like housing a number of like people in need up here, and we have a good plan already.
I'm going to be honest. I truly could not care less about the fate of this child. So I said we go get the child, bring it up here. I get my magic gun or whatever.
It hasn't even promised you. They have not even promised you a magic gun.
That's a good point. How are you proposing to assist me in this?
Yeah.
Tarsig just kind of looks at you curiously, and they're like, well, what do you want to win this showdown, or would you just rather not participated in it at all?
I mean,
The second one.
yeah, I'd love to just not participate at all.
Because I know a few different witcheries. I can improve upon you and make it more likely that you will win.
Mm-hmm.
this showdown,
All right.
or I can make it so that this other person is terrified of you and will avoid you, but it doesn't last that long, and they might just come back around and
All right. Well, let's
wanna
just
do it
have
again.
it so I win the showdown then.
Well, wait, if we do this terrified thing and I smash your hand also, then everyone
Now,
else
I am
will
starting
say,
to think you get a
hear me
perverse
out.
joy out of
Hear
smashing
me
my
out.
hand.
Hear me out. Everyone else will say, well, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a fair fight. And then she'll agree with us and pitch on your behalf and say, well, yeah, I don't think it's right that I should fight this man because she's scared secretly.
No, we'll go get this baby, and then you give me you make it more likely for me to win this showdown.
You know what? Why am I trying to save your life? I should
Look-
be trying to make money off your death at this point.
This
I'm
this
gonna-
witch
I
I'm
told
placing
you
a
to.
bet.
I told you to, hedge your bets and put money on this other lady.
That's what I'm gonna do.
this witch like kind of once you two are done sniping each other, this witch like kind of ushers you a little aside, Smudge, and is like, Are you all right, friend?
What?
This person's not gonna smash your hand,
no,
are they?
you don't need to intervene. Yeah, no, I'm. Well, we gets to squabbling, and she is.
I'm keeping him alive.
She is an interest in smashing my digits, but it is with mostly the best of intents.
If it's not this
All
town,
right.
it's gonna be the next one. It's just how he is.
Well, we keep stumbling upon witch lax, so it doesn't seem like that's going to be a problem, is it?
Do we? All right, fine.
Yeah, I mean, we have no past outside of what we invent in this specific moment. So I'm going to say we find a witch lack in every single town that gets us out of every single problem.
Also, eat dead animals we find as we come upon them.
Yeah,
Can't be good.
yeah.
It's like he has a taste for them. He prefers them that way, long dead and sweating in the sun.
Yeah.
Tarsig opens up a box and rummages through a bunch of stuff, and they pull out an old looking kind of revolver, and they're like, "You bring that child back, and I'll have this waiting for you."
All right. Time for old Smudge to feel like a big man.
Is that what it takes?
Yeah. All right, let's go abduct this baby and bring it to this crime.
Cool, great. What a bunch of heroes we are.
The game's not called Heroes.
I'm saying.
That's a good point. It is not called Heroes.
I'm just saying. We must be real proud of ourselves. And as we're walking down, I'm just
The
ranting.
whole time.
I tried to find. You get yourself into this. I try to get you out of it. You get yourself in further. I don't know why I put myself out for you. You don't put yourself out for me.
Maybe I lived a boring life when I was young, and now I'm interested in seeing what's out there and saying yes, what
How
life
in
presents.
this
me.
wasteland did you live a boring life? What were you, a cult baby? Well, how could you possibly be sheltered in this?
No, I just walked around avoiding folk and eating roots I could ground up into mush.
You sound
Now I'm
like a
trying to
cult
live
baby
though.
to me. Cult baby.
Was I sure? Did I maybe grow up around a lot of robed figures? Yes, but I don't think that needs to define me.
Commune cult baby.
Are all my parents dead from a
All
poison
your
beverage?
parents?
Yeah.
All
Yes.
your parents?
I
How
had many parents, all right?
Okay, that's
All
commune
right,
cult
fine.
baby shit.
All right, fine. I admit. Let's get a chicken, get this over with.
Not everyone is protected all the time in the way that you think that they will be. Ugh. Last word.
Yeah.
Did they say
you
if
get
we
back
had to-
down. What's that?
Did Tarsig say if we had to kill the chicken?
No, just put it in a doorway.
All right.
Well, I hope it doesn't walk
Yeah,
away.
they seem to imply that it should be alive, and you should set it inside of the shack.
Okay.
And you reach down without incident as you're walking back in. That same fella who was leaning back on the bedroll almost startles you because it's in the dark. And they're like, "Wow, that was some shit, friend."
I give him a good kick. I've had enough of this. I've had enough of people fucking intruding in my business. I specifically warned him I would do this.
Great, give me a damage roll to kick this guy.
What do I roll?
Just roll a d6.
All right,
You
I'm
gotta
not going to like kill or maim or anything.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like just to like wind them and get them to shut up.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 2.
You subtract.
Oh no, Cottonwood! Why'd you do that? Now
You
hurry him away.
subtract-
Pull him away.
You subtract 3 from it, so yeah, you kind of like he's down there on the ground, and you kind of just graze him. Doesn't do any harm, but he's like, "Oh hell, all right, hey, I'm just sporting around." With you.
Well, I be careful, friend, because sometimes I'm known to kick with my machete.
It is dark around here, right?
Yeah, it's quite dark.
Yeah, okay. Cottonwood, stop it. He didn't do nothing to you. Let's keep going.
All right. I am Cottonwood. Noted gunslinger.
This guy did see you when you were leaving, but okay.
Whatever, he's drunk. They're all drunk.
Yeah, there's numerous pens with chickens in them. People bring chickens into town, for trading. They're kind of a popular trading item because sometimes you can get eggs from them. So yeah, there's.
I'd like to go to the quietest, most sleepy house attached to a pen and grab a chicken from there.
Cool. Just yeah, it's in kind of like a cage.
I want to go to a party house where they're not going to even notice that it's gone because they're already making noise.
Okay, yeah. Are there any wild parties going on where nobody is having a cig out back? That's my big concern. What if somebody goes out to fucking sling a dart and I get caught?
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry to second guess you. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, you forget who I am, Eliza, okay? I've stolen from pens before.
I know. I'm sorry.
Give me a coordination roll to very stealthily get into this chicken pen.
Got a 5.
Cool. Yeah, you can quietly get in and grab a chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, and then I tiptoe like in a cartoon where it's like ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
ding,
there's
ding,
just a
ding, ding,
silhouette
Turn
going
off
house
the
to house.
music.
Yeah.
Dang it, Smudge!
Ding 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 ding.
Why do you have to tinky every time you run?
Not replying. Still ding 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 all the way across town. Yeah. How? And we have a general idea. We know we can find this shack, right?
The west side of town, where it opens up to the vast desert, it's kind of all like shacks and lean-tos and stuff. But as you are making your way out there, you could definitely hear a child crying in the shacks.
I look at Abilene and I go, "It's crying. A good sign that it may be being abused, or is just a baby. I suppose is also possible."
I guess it's good if it is being abused, because otherwise we're about to kidnap a baby from a happy home.
Well, how happy can a home truly be in this godforsaken world?
Fair. I guess if you didn't grow up in your cult, it's pretty tough.
Yeah, I learned the hard way.
I feel like you got the easy.
Yeah, but who knows?
Oh,
how
coming
bad
out of the
things
cult
are.
was probably very difficult for you.
Yeah, I, when you have things that good, I don't.
Yeah,
well,
rude
anyway.
awakening.
Yeah.
Suddenly the water's orange, and it doesn't mean because of fruit.
Yeah, that was the hardest thing to get used to. I was used to what we call orange water. People might have thought of as orange drink in the past.
Soft hands, fancy boy Smudge. Learning so
Yeah.
much about your past.
Yeah, water it down real good. All right. Well, I'll open the door of the shack and put the chicken in the doorway.
Cool. Yeah, you set the chicken in, and you can hear a man's kind of drunken voice like, "What is this? Oh my god! And there's like a lot of screaming and just chaos. And are you like hiding out the front, or are you just hanging out front?
I'm hiding.
Yeah, so you can kind of see around the corner.
Just our two little heads. It's like my head, Abilene's head, and then my dog's head.
I forgot about your dog.
It's just stuffed into my shirt.
That's right, that little spaniel. How did I forget about that dog?
Yeah, I didn't mention the spaniel because I was like, if I remind him of the spaniel, the witch will be like, "Give me your dog."
Bananas, come here. Come here, Bananas.
I'm so
He's
proud of
not
you for
having
saving your dog from No, don't worry. The witch just wanted a baby instead.
Yeah, I have no attachment to this baby.
What's
Bananas.
it? Nope. There's a little dog.
Bananas. He does not want to.
Yeah, the
join.
shack door just blasts open, and this man and this woman kind of blunder out. And just as the witch suggested, they just go running off, terrified out in kind of back toward town. As this kid is just wailing and screaming inside.
Hey, Abilene, we should probably rob these folks too, right? It's the
Well-
practical move would be to also.
I feel like if that's the sort of move that gets us caught.
That's true. If anything is immediately visible, we grab it. No rummaging, though.
Yeah, no rummaging.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll. I go in and grab the baby and anything else that is immediately. No, I'll just take the baby. Fine.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little maybe 8-month-old baby in kind of just like a tattered canvas, like one piece gown of sorts.
A sack.
Kind of, yeah, like a sack. Yeah, with like a head hole cut in the top, basically. And right when you pick it up, it smells kind of like sour, and it just like this shack just has like this kind of dank sour smell to it, and there's empty fire water bottles. I gotta learn how to mute individual people in StreamYards.
What?
Can I also how close are these shacks to each other?
They're pretty close.
Okay, well, I won't burn it down then, making them think that their baby died in a fire. Let's just go, because I don't want to set the other shacks on fire. We'll give them some sort of closure.
Eliza's face. The quotes in this game, the pull quotes for this one on the back of the jacket. All right, fine. I won't make it seem like it burnt down. Their baby died.
I won't make it seem like the baby died in the fire.
Yeah, the shacks are mostly made of like metal panels, but there is some wood involved. It's a risk, but it's up to you.
All right. Okay, I won't kick it down then either. Well, yeah. All right. Now, let's go get this magic old gun.
I can't believe you believed her with that magic old gun
I
bullshit.
mean, look, at least I'll get a gun. No matter what, it's
So
true
you
that I am
win.
more likely to win now,
Let's hope so.
just by virtue of having the tool I need.
Assuming that she gives it to you and that it works.
All right, can we take like a long way so that nobody sees us going into the woods with a baby?
Only if we do it real time.
Yeah.
Yes, you can take kind of a more circuitous route, and it seems like their neighbors in this kind of the shanty area of town. It seems like they're so used to that baby, like there's absolutely no curious heads poking out or anything.
Did they run off with the chicken?
No, they were clearly very terrified of the chicken specifically.
I'm so tempted to put it back, but that's how you get caught. Okay.
What, the baby or the chicken?
The chicken. I'm tempted to put the baby where the chicken was and take the chicken to the witch and try to convince the witch that that's what a baby is.
She doesn't seem like that kind of witch, and the chicken is just going to walk home.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. They can know. All right, yeah. We'll just take the long way back to
Great.
the witch.
Cool. Yeah, you make it without incident. Oh, I was really hoping I'd get the roll so that you'd have to try to fight a red cat and protect an 8-month-old baby at the same time. But the dice didn't want that to happen. So you make it back without incident back to Tarsig's cave here.
Yep.
It's getting on toward the witching hour, which is about 3 a.m.
Tarsig's favorite hour.
The day of the dead of the night. Yeah, and as soon as the baby kind of has like calmed down quite a bit in the time you walk through the hills, and it's been like properly held.
Oh, did it get tired from us walking?
Dumbass baby.
I mean, we could have been. We didn't even have to.
And you make it back to this cave where Tarsig is waiting, and they are they kind of like jump up from the bench that they were laying on when you come in and come over, and they're like, you got it.
Yeah. Why was this? That you seem surprised that we did this.
It was a big thing to ask.
Okay,
Yeah,
all
let's
right.
be
Yeah, now
real.
you admit
You're
it was
gonna
a
do
thing.
something weird and bad with this baby. You don't have to
No,
pretend
you know
like
what?
you're
Don't-
protecting it.
I
You don't have
don't-
to pretend like you're nice. Whatever. We don't care.
No, I don't want to know. Let's just get this transaction over with.
Oh,
So
I don't know why.
I can live in my glorious.
I don't know why
kingdom.
Tarsig is doing this whole thing. We don't care. We're just trying to get out of here alive.
That's true.
Relax.
Yeah.
Let your freak flag fly.
Tarsig, raise it, eat it. Truly,
Whatever.
could not care less.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look, I mean,
Oh,
let's
amazing.
be honest. You're a witch like in a shack, and there's one particular baby
Yeah,
that you
not
happen
even a
to
shack.
know about. Come
You
on,
just live in a cave.
We've all heard this story before. We know how this works. You need
Yeah.
its blood for something.
I mean,
or you're gonna
Tarsig.
eat it or switch souls with it or something. We
I'm
don't
holding
need to
out.
know.
I'm holding out a little more hope than Abilene that you might actually be raising this thing, but like hope and Karen don't necessarily
You're
go
gonna-
hand in hand, you know?
Speaking of Karens, you're gonna raise it? Really? You gonna send it to school? Is the school bus gonna stop here?
There
Is
ain't
that
no
what's gonna
school.
No
happen?
school, so
At
school
least,
buses
a
have
witch
one.
like might have something to teach somebody
Oh yeah, okay.
how to survive in a cave. Anyway, we've gone off on a whole tangent here. I would love to just finish up this transaction and be on our way.
Yeah, Tarsig looks a little wounded at all of the accusations, and they're like, I told you, I'm gonna raise this child
Oh, okay.
better than the situation it was in.
Of course.
I mean, I'll be honest.
These
If you ate
enchantment
it, you'd be
powers-
raising it better than the situation it was in.
But also, let's be clear, you have enchantment powers, but not the kind of enchantment powers that make people into good parents. You can't just enchant the
They're like,
actual parents and be like, you're kind now?
None of this witchery is permanent. Even your friend here, he won't always be good at shooting a gun. He'll be good at shooting a gun for a very short amount of time.
Yeah, I know. And then I turn around and like put my hand over my face.
They hand you the revolver, and they're like, I just need a piece of your hair.
So when does the clock start on him being good at this, and when does it end?
As I said, it's only a short time. When
that's
is
why
your
I'm asking.
your shooting contest?
When are shooting are they at sunup? When are shooting contests?
I think it's
Yours
at,
is at high noon.
Yeah, high noon. High noon is noon. What I don't.
Yep.
High
Nailed
noon.
it.
Yes.
It's like one. It's for people who are high, and they're like, "This is
Okay.
noon, right?"
Dude.
Stop.
It's like noon right now. Man. No, dude, it's like 2. No, man, it is noon.
It's
right
high noon.
Yeah,
This is high noon.
You two are the least stonery people I know, too. You go so easily.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
real
you gotta go to
anxiety
bed.
problems.
It's like 1 a.m. No, dude, it
Very,
is
very
noon right
tightly
now.
wound people who have anxiety attacks if we get high. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. My high noon would be like me, like crying in the bathroom with the door locked because I think
Yeah.
everybody is talking about how much they hate me right now.
Yeah, my high noon would be like me trying to like make lists of things that I was forgetting as I was forgetting them, like how hats work, the order that numbers go in. Oh God! Oh, now you're getting stupider as we go.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, it's noon.
High noon,
Just
man.
to make sure it's noon. Yeah, if we could skip back, it's noon.
We're just trying to help you with this game.
It's
Tarsig,
called playtesting, Andrew. Jesus.
Tarsig, is like, then at high noon, you'll be good at shooting a gun.
All right. Boy, if only my daddies could see me then, you know.
Are you giving them one of your hairs?
Oh no, there she is. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I'm back.
I give them one of my hairs.
Great.
Wait. So we don't know it until exactly at the moment? We can't get like 20 minutes beforehand? What if
it doesn't?
No, that's fine.
That's a long.
Yeah, I'm happy to have it right when it happens. I'm fine.
Okay, I'm
with that.
smashing your hand either way then, just in case.
I'd rather listen. If this all goes right, I will let you smash my most useless finger. How does that sound?
I'm not doing it just for fun. But yeah, okay, that sounds fine.
Cheers.
Well, I guess pleasure do it. Sorry if it just stand here awkwardly.
Yeah, Tarsik's like,
Yeah, you gave her the hair,
all
right?
right. It's not. I just also want to be clear. It's not guaranteed.
Yes, I know. It's not just like it's not guaranteed that you will raise this baby right. The only difference is I'm not going to act all offended over that truth, whereas you seemed upset when we considered the possibility that you might eat that.
Yeah,
we don't need to rehash all
this. We're just all folks trying to get stuff done, trying to be honest. We're not judging you for the honest truth of what you're trying to do, and I would think that you could just do the same favor for us. We're just trying to get out of here alive. If there's a better way to do it, if what you're doing will not assist us in getting out of here alive, I would appreciate you offering us something that could do that.
No, this sounds great.
I think your friend's intuition has led him down the right path.
Yeah,
then. No harm, no foul.
Let's head back. Let's head back the long way again, so that fella I gave a sharp kick to don't notice us coming back when we ain't left previously.
Another shit? No.
Yeah, fella, I could die today. I'm a little nervy.
I'm just kidding.
I gotta sell my fire bolts. Anyway,
cool. You get
fire slugs.
You get back to town without incident. Quite late. Do y'all want to sleep a bit till the sun comes up?
Yes. Okay. And this is not a criticism of the game at all, but anytime I hear fire slugs, I do imagine slugs that breathe
slugs
fire.
that are like, ah!
Yeah. It's very like I really get a JRPG image in my head thinking about fire.
That might be just a name that I've come up with myself. Andrew had something else, and I wrote I would understand what they were. Fiery bullets, and now I know that bullets are slugs. So there's probably what is it? Incendiary slugs?
In the book, they're incendiary slugs, but there's no way in this world somebody's using a word like incendiary. So that will be changed eventually.
Incendiary slug. I choose you.
Yeah. Boom slugs, right? Boom slugs.
Yeah, boom slugs.
Boom slugs. That's not bad.
What if bullets were called
thank you.
What if there was?
It's almost like I'm an Emmy-winning writer or something.
Did you win the Emmy for writing, or is this a situation where you won an Emmy for something else, but you primarily write?
Thanks, Will. We only have 13 minutes left of the game.
Yeah, well, this is my way to make sure you don't throw any other bullshit at us.
There it is. I think this is the first RPG stream to ever have an Emmy make an appearance. Look at
writing.
This. That's a big Emmy. You could like bludgeon a home intruder with that puppy.
Oh yeah, they're serious.
You can't hear me.
If you win a Juno in Canada, which I think Junos are,
it's a daytime Emmy.
If you win a Juno in Canada, you have to pay for it to actually get the statue.
Yeah, you have to pay.
I had to pay for it.
Oh, really?
I bought her.
Oh my god.
Well, was I gonna not pay for it? Was I gonna not?
The best is when
we're all gonna die in a fire in like 2 months. Of course, I'm gonna spend the last 2 months with an Emmy.
Sometimes when I'd walk dogs, I'd go into somebody's house and they'd have like 2 on the wall, and I'd be like, 2 is a lame amount to have. If you have 1, I get displaying it, and if you have like over 5, I get displaying it. But like 2, 3, and 4, it's kind of like, who cares? Like, who gives a shit?
So, no, the best thing ever was I went to a party at a famous person's house.
Okay.
And they in the bathroom, when you went to the bathroom, there was their SAG award was on the floor, and they were with a sign on the door that says the door does not work, use the SAG award to jam it shut. And I was like,
That's
this is
amazing.
perfect. This is how everyone's attitude towards their awards should be.
Yeah, that really turned out the exact opposite of where I figured it was going.
Yeah, no.
Please wipe ass with SAG award out of toilet paper.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry, Andrew. Back to your
Great.
game.
Sun's up. Another quick detour. Yeah, the sun comes up. What would you like to do between now and noon?
I mean, Abeline's got to
Don't be
sell.
gross.
She's got to sell her fire slugs.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. How much are you charging per boom slug?
How much did it cost me to make them?
I mean, it cost you traded for all the ingredients. So now you're selling.
I don't know how much I traded.
I think
for
you
the
traded.
pinches of...
I think for the powder you traded like 3 slugs or something.
No,
like
I started with the powder. I'm gonna charge what? Okay, and slugs and bolts. I don't.
It's anything.
there-
What do you want? What do you
Is
want
there
to
a
get?
conversion
It's a
between?
As much as
barter.
I
It's a
possibly can
barter. It's a barter economy. So
I want
And
as much as I
also-
can get.
There's big money in town too, so I say swing high.
Yeah, well, I don't know what high is though.
It's
give me an intuition roll for what you think you can get.
I'm also going to do this as her business
Oh,
manager.
I got a 1. Sorry, 5. Just a 5.
Great.
I got a 5 as well.
Cool. You think you could probably get away with asking 3 or 4 slugs per boom slug?
I'm gonna ask for 4 slugs.
Okay. Great. Yeah, it's a brisk day for trading, and you pulled your little stunt in the saloon with the gunpowder. You could sell all 10 and get 4 per for 40 slugs.
Nice.
Which is a good haul.
40 slugs. That's a gross garden right there. Am I right?
Cool. Anything else you'd like to do? It's at some point here in the late morning, a cry goes up that the train is inbound, and there's kind of a I almost had a smudge on the horizon, but we'll just say there's a smear of smoke on the horizon as the train is pulling in. So there's renewed excitement for this showdown between Vess and Cottonwood, as Vess is supposedly going to be on this train.
I swear, if that woman upstages me, I will lose my mind.
If she upstages you, we can just get on the train and leave. Why do you need to be in this situation that you hate being in?
Because I want to see how the mechanics of the showdown work in action.
You don't think the mechanics of the getting away are going to be good?
No, we've done
Mechanics
plenty
of
of
the
that already.
runaway?
No, he rolls on a random encounter table, and that ain't interesting.
All right.
Ooh, we might run into red cats. Red cats, orcs, who gives a shit?
Orcs? I don't
We've
know what
seen
you're
it all
talking
before.
about. I've
I
never heard of
want
an
the mechanics
orc.
for this specific thing.
Is orc like iron ore?
Oh boy! All right. Also, can I go bet my 5 bolts on myself?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to bet all of my stuff against him.
You're gonna bet everything against Smudge?
No, okay, wait.
No, I didn't ask like it was a wrong answer. I'm just
No,
curious.
but you gave me a second to think, and I'm like, maybe that's not good. He does have the new gun.
So you're betting 5. I gotta remember to write down these bets. That is one thing of when the betting comes out. So 5 slugs, 2.
Okay, I'll bet 10 on him, on Smudge.
Okay. Any other bets?
No.
All right. Cool. If Smudge wins, yeah, you'll each double that amount. Great. Yeah, the train pulls in. A ton of folks get out. And among them is Vess, this woman who has come to settle up with Cottonwood. So there's just, clamor over that. And that showdown will be happening after Smudge's showdown at noon.
That's weird that they have the main event before the mid card.
You say to no one.
Not the main.
You say in a crowd of people, none of whom can hear you.
I said it's odd that they would have the main event
Shut
before
up,
the mid card.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, high noon is rapidly approaching. The main road is clearing out of people. Folks are taking down their tents and stuff, and folks are climbing up on buildings to get a proper view of it. And there's just kind of a
right. Is there like someplace I can stand and watch, like a barrel or something, or like?
Yeah. You want to pick a spot in general?
Yeah.
What kind of spot you're looking for? A safe spot, like behind a barrel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd like to call Smudge over, take my hammer out, and be like, "Now's the time."
I feel like the moment has passed.
Just to spice it up a little bit.
I mean, I don't know that I would gain any extra regard if I were to.
I don't think you gain anything. I just feel like I would feel a lot better about the past 24 hours we've had.
Well, you can, if I die, feel free to crush my whole body with a hammer.
Well, you've said it now. I will stick to that.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. As the street's clearing off and the last people kind of hurry to one side or the other, Kelty walks out on the kind of far from you, Smudge, and is kind of stretching her neck back and forth and just kind of ambling out and cracking her knuckles. Give me a focus roll, Smudge.
I got a 5 + 1, so a 6.
6. Great. As you you see Kelty, and you're just aware of all the people on both sides of you, and how all of the din of everyone in town has kind of really quickly simmered out to it's almost quiet. There's just a few folks kind of talking here and there, but in the crowd you could see
it's oh so quiet.
What's that?
Never mind. Sorry.
I didn't get the reference. I'm sorry.
It's oh so quiet. Oh so. It's a Bjork cover. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Definitely do not know. As you are looking through the crowd, though, you can see it almost looks like a silhouette. There's a figure with a dark shawl on that's like hiding their face. Mm-hmm. And you can kind of just see that they have their hands up almost like under their chin. And it almost looks like they're like whispering into their hands.
Where is this person?
They're just amongst the bystanders. Around you.
Are they doing witch-like shit over there, or are they just praying?
It looks, without needing to further clarify, it looks like it's Tarsig, and they are doing something.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, great. So I won't shoot at them. Okay.
But yeah, now it is quiet as it's getting on toward high noon, and Kelty has kind of assumed the showdown stance. She's got she's standing with her feet apart, hand down by her gun, as there's just a solid stillness over everyone watching.
I yell, I barely saw you down there. I didn't think you'd made it at first.
I love it. Great. So how these work is you're both going to make reflex rolls.
Okay.
And yeah, it's who wins. Uh,
So I am shaded in reflex.
cool. So, um, you. This is kind of tricky because this is just the mechanic for this. Normally you would roll 2 and take the better one. But for a showdown, if you're not trained in ranged weapons, you're normally snake bit on this roll.
That I saw.
So instead, you will just be making a straight reflex roll. So neither you'll just roll 1 and take what it is.
All right.
And then we'll see if there's some kind of witchery afoot. So whenever you're ready.
I rolled a 5.
Don't tell. Oh. Okay. Whatever you roll, add 2 to it.
I rolled a 7.
Cool. So you draw faster than you've ever. The gun that Tarsic gave you is not like light or of any like particular craftsmanship. It's an old heavy iron revolver, but it all but like jumps up out of the holster into your hand as you draw it out. And now roll a d6 for the body location that you're going to shoot Kelty in.
Okay. I rolled a 6.
Like lightning, you draw your gun just in a flash and bullet right through Kelty's eye, spins her around, and almost like a dancer falling, she falls in a puff of dust on the far end of the road.
I immediately vomit. Disgusting. One of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. Even in this horrific gas punk wasteland, I'm just like, sorry, everyone. I got a thing about eyeballs.
I immediately trudge off to collect my winnings.
Great, you doubled your money, Smudge. You doubled your money. You're kind of mobbed by the crowd. It is a you vomited, but they don't care. They're sorry, I got a burp. They're all but like holding you aloft.
No. As they try to pick me up, I slap them away. I will be picked up by no man or woman or anybody. No people. No people will pick me up.
Wait, he said picked up, not loved. You got that right?
Yes, doesn't matter. Anything that could even be mistaken for affection, I reject.
Oh, I love it. All right, great. You won. You're a hero. You get the feeling you could easily leave town whenever you like. Just
I was
going to
say, okay.
Oh no, go ahead. Say what you're.
Well, I was going to say we should leave soon in case they say like, "Hey, why don't you do that again to me?"
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you could collect your winnings and get out because there's now hubbub because there's another showdown about to happen. In the hubbub, you could just take your stuff and leave.
Let's get.
All right. Yeah, we get.
So you two, Smudge and Abilene, as folks are all clamoring back toward the center of the city, you two just leave town and just are rapidly swallowed up by the shimmering heat on the horizon and gone. But just for fun, since I have you two here, and since we have this other showdown, I'm going to have you two roll out that showdown as well. It's just a fun little epilogue. So Eliza can be Vess, and Will, you'll be Cottonwood, both veteran gunslingers.
So I just roll whatever.
You're both going to roll
just
reflex
one?
rolls, but you're both going to roll 2 and take the better of the 2. And Cottonwood, you'll add 1 to your roll.
Why does Cottonwood add 1?
Because you have different stats. Oh, why am I rolling? I'm not part of this.
I got a 6 total.
What'd you get, Vess?
3.
You got a 3? Okay, so Cottonwood, roll that d6 for the body Location.
3.
Cool. The torso, the gut. So they both draw very quick. But Cottonwood just a nick faster. Shoots Vess in the gut, and
wow, this day has been a real win for the patriarchy.
I try to include these cool female characters
it's a cool
in the
game. It's a cool game.
Dice have
right,
betrayed
but the advantage, but the +1 is for the male character.
The women get shot. The
had
women can't smash a guy's hand with a hammer.
Vess had other perks that.
Like if we'd done a karaoke showdown, maybe she would have like.
Vess
yeah, if it was an astrology off, would she have won that, Andrew?
But she lives. She's shot in the gut. She sits down heavily in the dirt, holding her gut.
She's got a +1 to reading magazines while waiting in line at the grocery store. Is that what you're going to say, Andrew?
You can edit all this out, Andrew. You don't have to upload all of this stuff.
There would be so much editing. Honestly, if I was gonna edit that out, I mean,
what?
I'd be
the
here.
other stuff is all as being funny.
I'd be here all day. But yeah, that's wow. That's the adventure.
I can't believe Vess didn't win the showdown with her +2 to taking an hour and a half to get ready.
Is there a like few years later epilogue about the baby?
The baby is eaten in a matter of minutes. The baby was eaten before we got back to town.
Yeah, what happened to the baby?
The baby was not eaten, but you know what? We'll save that for a future Duster story.
Oh, the tale of the one-legged baby.
Why? Because the witch is eating it slow?
Well, it doesn't count as eating the baby if you only eat a leg.
Right.
I'll tell you this: the witch did not eat the baby. Thank you all so much for watching. What's that?
Okay. I said no parts of the baby, but you were
nothing. But I do have to say goodbye to my great guests, Eliza Scanner and Will Weldon. Thank you both so much for playing and making me laugh. Very good times. Thank you all for watching. That was this 2-shot. We'll be back with another 2-shot, I think next week, hopefully. I'm not sure which day because I'm working on getting another special guest, which would rule. If you have any questions, just fire them off. I'll put the Kickstarter for the game in here one more time if you want to check it out. It's going to be a book, and it'll be in your hands next February to play. And yeah, I guess that's it for tonight's show. Thanks again, y'all.